journaling edition. This is not what we're doing. This is one from last year, the year before. My cousin gave me this cutout thing. I'm not sure where it was from. Well, it was from Canada, but that doesn't help, does it? I don't know what shop it was from or anything like that, but it was great because I did something I really didn't like on this page and it covered it perfectly, so thanks, Jess. Okay, moving on. And the verse that I've chosen for my Christmassy edition is from Isaiah 7, and it is verse number 14, and it says, "Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and will call him Immanuel." The first thing to do is to write out Immanuel. I'm going to do it in capital letters, and I'm going to write what that means as well, which is God with us, underneath in more of a swirly type writing. I'm sure there's a good word for that. I'm going to do it in pencil, and then I can go over it in pen, and then, I don't do it so it doesn't fit or anything. If you feel brave, you can just do it straight in pen. Sometimes I do that, but it's quite a long word to fit into this gap. My scream is generally not that high-pitched, but it's on times 2 speed. What just happened was that the end of my pencil didn't rub out correctly because there was some kind of black mark on there. So there's a black mark on the page now for the rest of the time, but I don't really mind. It happens. It's just one of those things, so yeah. Okay, so I've done that, and the next thing to do, I'm going to leave it in pencil, and I'm going to get a piece of washi tape, which is, any will do, because it's not going to be in the finished piece of art. So just take a piece of washi tape and stick it over the top. It's good because I have lines to follow, but I want it to be kind of halfway through the line. You can make washi tape less sticky by sticking it to your trousers or like a tablecloth or something before you stick it on, but I always forget, so. Make sure that you stick it down at the edges properly because you don't want paint to get underneath or anything like that. You can always use masking tape or painter's tape, but yeah. So I just basically went through all my greens there because we're going for like a flourishy, leafy type thing. A bit like a wreath but not a circle, so that's what I was thinking in my mind. So I did quite a little bit like fir tree for some of them to get the spirit of Christmas in there. But other than that, I just kind of drew lines out in I used every single green that I have in my set because they're still fairly new paints, so I'm enjoying using all the different colours. And it just looks like nature. Nature's all different colours, so yeah, just paint loads of different green lines and leaves of all different sizes. Some of them went a little bit thicker than I wanted to, as you'll see in a second, but it wasn't too bad. And in the end, I really liked it, so yeah. It goes on for a little while, me just adding more leaves and more lines, which are the branches. I'm doing exactly the same thing, just going over the top of them, but I'm going to cut a bit out so that you don't have to sit and watch me do every single branch, okay? So it's going to become more done in a second. Ta-da! And so the next thing to do is just get some red. I used 2 reds mixed together only because I realised I wanted the second red and I'd already put some of the first red onto my brush, so there was no particular reason I mixed them together. And then just do some little circly dots. You can always use the back of the paintbrush for this. Mine are really flat. Or you can use the brushes like I am doing. And just add as many dots as you want. I did nearly go overboard, and I felt like I may have gone overboard with the branches too, but it's hard to tell when the tape is still stuck down what it will actually look like when it's done. So I also added some gold on top of that just to give it a bit of a sparkliness. The gold doesn't really come up so well on the video, but it's there, I promise. I just added lots of little bits over the top of some of the branches, and it kind of looks like brown on the video, but In real life, it's gold and sparkly. Now, the most exciting part for me is to just pull this tape off. Don't pull it from this edge because you probably rip the page, would be my advice. And if you pull it from this side, it says tear it apart just there in the Bible, so it's kind of making me on edge, not trying to tear it apart. There we go. Okay, then just get rid of that tape. I'm going to use a black pen, but you can obviously use whatever colour you want. I would probably wait till this was dry if I was sensible, but I'm not, so the black pen actually ran out of ink, so I ended up swapping for one that's called like dark sepia or something like that. It's like really dark brown that basically looks like black also, so not much difference, but if you noticed that, well done. And there you have it. It took me as long as to drink this cup of tea as it did to actually do this page, so since Christmas is quite a busy time, there's an easy, festive looking Immanuel page for you. I'm now freaking out that I spelled Immanuel wrong. Nope, I didn't. Good job, me. Happy journaling.